Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest on of War Unification cast this side of your Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 vs 1 on Fatamolga. On the other side, as the Space Marines, we've got Leoncio Darkow. On the other side, as the Death Corps Krieg, we've got Alex. Alex will be opening a squad of Jaegers, double engineers, a field generator, a field barracks, and a Vox Center. Whereas Leoncio Darkow is going to go for quadruple Scout Marines and a chapel barracks. So my headcanon for this game is that the blooming Lamenters have come down to planet side and said, hey, blooming aliens around, maybe some Chaos Space Marines, we're going to sort you all out. And they see the flipping Death Corps Krieg, and they're all like, don't you worry guys, we'll rescue you whether you like it or not. Death Corps Krieg, not a massive fan of that, so I'm going to go for a bit of argy-bargy with the Space Marines. Now, heads up, boys and girls, a little bit of a confession here. I'm absolutely hammered. I've just done the D&D session that I mentioned earlier on during this week. Lots of beers were happening, and I completely forgot that I forgot to record a video for Monday. So it's about 10 o'clock in the evening. I should really be going to bed after a day of day drinking, which is the worst kind of drinking. And I've got to do this. I've got to do this for the views. I've got to do it for the memes. So the quality of this cast will be massively in question. That's fine. I'm drunk. You're drunk. We're all drunk on life, baby. We're all drunk on life. Got some Scout Marines going toe-to-toe. Some soldiers, they're coming in for las guns in comparison to these bolters with sniper rifle-y thingamajiggy-doodads on there. Look at that sword! Who needs a... Is that a sword? Is that a dagger? That's too big, man. That's too big for it. That's like half the size of his own body. Either way, one Scout Marine's dead. Another Scout Marine... I mean, it was the size of a sword, wasn't it? Couldn't quite run away. Couldn't quite run away in time against the might of the Death Corps Krieg with a Commissar in their ranks, just to make sure they don't, you know, get a little bit too zesty in the combats. Here comes a squad of Scout... no, you're not Scout Marines. You're regular old Space Marines. You're like Scout Marines, but a bit bigger, a bit more wiser, experienced, but nowhere near able to take on the regular soldiers of the Scouts. And actually, the wombo combo of the Field Generator and the Vox Center does imply to me that Alex is investing a lot in his regular old infantry, which is not the standard for Death Corps Krieg. You normally see them kind of hankering around Tier 1, you know, getting the absolute bare minimum, and then when it gets to Tier 2, then getting all the vehicles out. But it does seem that Alex is definitely making sure he's investing in his boys. We are only just seeing now a plasma generator from Leoncio Darkow, or Leoncio Darkow, however one wants to pronounce his name. Now, Leoncio Darkow, I'm going to mispronounce his name on purpose for obvious reasons, because I can't read things, but he's one of those players that you see on the Dawn of War replay websites fairly often. He's quite often playing with what I assume are his friends, but occasionally I do have a look at his games, seeing how they're getting on. And to be fair, a while ago when I started watching his games, I was like, you know, he's a new person, he's doing alright, but every now and then I watch his games, and for this game in particular, I watched the first half. I've got to say, this Leoncio is doing a really, really good job at playing the game. He's definitely massively improving in his playing capacity since the occasional times I watch him every now and then. Yeah, we are seeing some Death Corps Kriegers attempting to capture the relic. Space Marines attempting to stop them from capturing their bits and bobs. One squad wipe from them, but all Scout Marines not feeling all that too, you know, keen on being there when there's a squad of soldiers with not quadruple, triple. That's the numerical value there. Grenade launchers, and the Space Marines will fall back. Now, in the grand scheme of things, the Space Marines do have the advantage of having that flexibility of being able to use their tactical Marines for tactical things, either flamers, heavy bolters, plasma guns, or missile launchers. No matter what the Death Corps Krieg go for, the tactical Marines can kind of adapt to it. But whatever the tacticals go for, if I can say that again, obviously aren't the most specialized against any kind of particular thing. They're just a generic kind of combat unit that are quite flexible. So I suppose it all depends on how ham the Death Corps Krieg going to go for a specific kind of unit. Are they going to go massively into vehicles? Are they go massively into infantry? Or are they going to do a wombo combo of a whole bunch of different things, which I imagine against Space Marines is probably the way forward. Leoncio Darkow not being too aggressive at the moment. Going to get Force Commander out, and also going to see some plasma pistols just for the additional damage from the Force Commander, as well as the Sergeant when they get there into Tier 2. Current economies between 86 and 10 compared to 68 and 20. Tier 2 on the way for Alex. After a little bit of argy-bargy in the early game, the Space Marines are kind of holding back just a little bit. Are going to see a squad of Assault Marines, which is interesting. You can jump. I mean, I suppose, yeah, if you're going up against Deathcore Krieg and they're going for 2 squads of grenade launchers, then getting a squad of assault marines in the middle of them will prevent them from using their superior weaponry to their advantage. Also got a commissar in both of these squads as well, which may be a little bit too excessive for tier 1. Maybe just 1 commissar would do it for you, but he's investing that in the air. Just 1 volley from those soldiers. Definitely doing the damage, but here comes some assault marines. Getting close and personal. You're knocked around by the commissar, but that's right, the commissar was just 1 man. He can only knock back so much for so long. Soldiers now being inspired by the commissar. If you're not familiar with the way that the Deathcore Krieg work, when your morale breaks, they basically follow the last command that you issued, and then they basically charge into combat if anyone's nearby. And the commissar basically keeps the morale up and going, so that you can then, make sure they don't charge into your own death. There we go, that second commissar saving the previous one. He's only got 1 lad in there. Just this one, there's this one unfortunate chap. You have a grenade launcher? You do have a grenade launcher, so there you go. You're saving the Imperium a little bit of money right there. Also got a bunker here, just in case the Space Marines decide to come over yonder and rustle the jimmies of the Deathcore Krieg. Got a second squad. Oh, that is very interesting. Lots of interesting things. Double commissars, not the standard thing. Double assault marines in this state, also not the most common thing. But that being said, are these the games? Not even a tier 2, you're just going to go for a squad cap increase. Leoncio Darkow just saying, you know what, we don't need tier 2. We are big, we are beef, we are boys. Triple Bs. You weren't going to stop us. Now you have finished your tier 2 shenanigans, and you're going to go for field generators. So even though you're in tier 2, not exactly making the most out of it. So that allows the Space Marines to get a little bit of extra argy-bargy in there. Force Commander leading the charge over. He's got his plasma pistol on the ready. Double assault marines jumping over. Some flying yellow. Deathcore Krieg shenaniganing over to help prevent the observation post from being taken down. But can they make it time? I don't think so. Always, so many people underestimate the power that the plasma pistol on commanders and unit leaders make, but they really definitely have a little bit of va-va-voom to the outcoming damage. Double assault marines jumping onto 1 squad of soldiers. You would expect to see 1 squad go on one and the other squad go on the other. I mean, mind you, this Chad is going on his own. No unit cohesion with him. I mean, he's dead now, but, that's what you get for being too brave, too bold, and too brash. Force Commander is going to make some space for the other guys to go about their wicked and foul business. 1 soldier being sent to the sky highs, and a Storm Chimera quickly upgrading itself for Pintle Heavy Stubber for additional damage towards heavy infantry. And the bunker slowing down the movement speed of the Force Commander. He's definitely bitten off more than he could chew, and he's brown-breaded. But that's not going to stop the Lamenters from pushing on into the Deathcore Krieg space. Going to attempt to see an improved fortification thing on the go. But the Deathcore Krieg are not going to let them have it. Do like the use of the Flamers to do the AoE damage against the soldiers, but the AoE damage from the grenade launchers knocking those guys back. Let's see, person been taken down. 1 squad of assault marines running away home. Not sure why. Maybe just... I mean, to be fair, yeah, you've killed one, you've killed the other. No point in wasting your time at the moment. Not when you've got the economic advantage, which we have at the moment being 68 and 40, compared to 104 and 20 with plenty of blue money saved up. Here comes the tier 2. That's what we want to see. The Deathcore Krieg, they've got a choice. They either sit back home, rebuild, and play defensive, which definitely they can do. Deathcore Krieg have a lot of defensive options for them, or what we're seeing Alex do, being a real hero gentleman, he's going to pop some boys in Storm Chimera and go a little bit aggressive, and that is absolutely what we like to see on the channel. You can't win a game by being defensive. You absolutely have to be aggressive, and that's what we're seeing here. Pintle Heavy Stubbers, a couple of soldiers, have a word, knocking on the listening post, and the assault marines weren't even prepared for it because of third Storm Chimera as well. These guys won't be able to get their melter bombs until tier 2, so the tanks are relatively safe for the moment. Well, tier 2 has popped, so you can get melter bombs and missile launchers if you so choose, but the Death Korps Krieg are going to stay by as long as they can. Although, mind you, it's probably... Oh, that being said, submarine squad has been wiped out. They're going to go for the second one as well. The submarines going around that look very similar to their tactical breadwin. They are a lot more fragile. Morale being broken on Death Korps, but they don't mind that. They'll just charge forevermore. Just look at these revolving weapons firing deep into the ranks of those submarines. Do have a replacement force commander coming in. Just can't mess with Storm Chimeras, man. I mean, one's down, so fair play to them, but if you imagine in comparison to the vanilla variant of Chimera, these guys they've got the super duper laser gun on the front, they've got a pincer heavy stubber, as well as the extra firing ports on top, so they've got a little extra firepower to bring to the table in comparison to their vanilla, siblings. Melter bombs are on the way, and a machine cult, as well as some heavy weapons increase. And that makes sense. Vehicles, because the Death Korps Krieg exactly don't have much in the way of anti-vehicle weaponry at the moment. They've also got Hellhound, but the Hellhound cannot be upgraded with like a multi-melter kind of thing. So less flexibility in the Hellhounds. And some more submarines. You've got the melter bomb summons, so I suppose jump 2 of them in, throw 2 bombs. That will be 1 Storm Chimera more or less killed. Question is, do you pop some missile launchers on the tacticals, or do you let them go for their flamers? And oh, there we go. You're gonna get some missile launchers on them. Submarines just being battered around, not quite being able to get a bomb off. Here comes another squad. Can they do it? They throw 1 bomb in. There we go. That's a tank being taken care of. Glorious stuff. One lonely lad going around the flanks just to maybe... Oh no, you've got friends. Why were you down? Did you fall over? Maybe, who knows. Another Storm Chimera taken. And the blooming Monster Energy green flare. Sorry, it's not Monster Energy. What's the other drink? Mountain Dew, that's the one. Mountain Dew, MLG Mountain Dew. You can hear the foghorns from the distance. Something, something. Ooh, baby, a triple. And that was a triple. That was a triple. If you can, pardon me for my 2014 references to, what were they called? Compilation videos? I can't quite remember. MLG, Call of Duty. We were all there. Apart from the majority of you probably watch these videos. You're all quite young. You know what? That's your fault for being young. You should have been born earlier. We're some flanking forces from the Death Korps Krieg. And they're probably not going to do much here, let's be honest. If 3 Storm Chimeras and 2 squads of Death Korps Kriegers couldn't do much, I imagine less than that will do even less. That's how maths works. We do have a cheeky Hellhound coming around the other side. And I think Alex is falling foul to a mistake that many, many players make, where they have some sort of economic and, or should I say, in this specific case, a military advantage. Put a little bit of pressure on, kill a couple of listening persons, think, oh, well, you know what? We were winning earlier on, therefore we're still winning. That's not the case. That's not how this game works. You could be winning 1 minute and losing the next. Much like Leoncio Darkow earlier on, he killed his listening person and then left to be a bit more defensive, which is probably what the Death Korps Krieg should have done. Bunker's been killed very swiftly. One lonely Jaeger saying, oi, get off my farms. Get off me land. Don't like it. Hellhound comes over, agrees with his sentiments before they go for a walk together, which is very nice. Can I go for a walk with your hound? Who can you go with a walk with? What's going on the base is we have got a Landspinner Tempest, which is swift and nimble, good for killing infantry. And the Death Korps Krieg don't really have much in the way of anti-vehicle stuff, so why not? What economies have you got? You've got plenty saved up. Alex, spend your money. Buy something that gives them the big boom, whiz bang. Scouts managing to capture the relic, but they don't quite have the ability to build on top of it. And where the tactical's gone? Are you inside the Rhino? You are inside the Rhino. There's 2 of you inside the Rhino. That's quite a bit of a shit sandwich for the Death Korps Krieg. A old vanilla staple. You get 2 squads of Space Marines, And have you upgraded them with your health bits? You don't have your... Well, I can't tell now. You've gone back to Savannah. Fine, be like that. I'll catch you later. But I assume that Leoncio Darkow has gone for... Come on, right, quick. Well, I've got a chance. I've got Shiny Pauldrons. You've not got Shiny Pauldrons, so you've not got your health upgrades. You've got your weapon upgrades. That's something. But generally, you stick 2 boys worth of squads in the Rhino. And you just move around, man. You just do a little bit of poking and prodding here and there. Most people poo-poo the Rhino transport because it's got no weapons. I mean, Unification, it's got a little storm bolter on there, but vanilla, it's got no damage output. It's purely a transport vehicle. But you cannot underestimate the benefits of maneuverability that your Rhinos or your transport vehicles can give. If you're umming and ahhing about how to increase your survivability and your combat effectiveness in Tier 2, if you're only just starting playing, or I don't know, maybe you're wondering why Tier 1 goes really well for you, but you start shitting the bed in Tier 2. Transports. Get some transports. Take your you know, experienced and your upgraded Tier 1 units. Keep them safe in a box. As that Chaos Man said in, was it? I don't know, he had a friend called Sindri, he was the Chaos Lord in the first game. Something about metal boxes. I don't know. I'm quite drunk. Leave me alone. I'm just here. Just here enjoying myself, man. And where plasma generator goes down. And at the moment, it seems that Krieg are just... Oh, right, I see what you're planning. You've just basically skipped Tier 2 altogether. Granted, you've gone for a couple of Storm Chimeras. We have avoided going for anything fancy and flashy. They've gone straight for a Ragnarok, and a Ragnarok will absolutely smash all forms of infantry nearby. Got to be careful of the double melter bombs. But are the melter bombs being wasted on these Storm Chimeras? That might be a case. And if that is the case, then the Ragnarok is going to have a grand old time. No questions asked. Although that could, I mean, you could do yourself with... Yeah, spend your money. When you... Oh, right, okay, even better. You can't build up a field... You can't build up any units here from your field barracks inside the base because Space Marines will kill them straight away. But build a field barracks outside your base. And that way you might be able to build up a little bit of an army. Maybe some questionable plays from Alex. He's lost most of his listing purse, but that Ragnarok is certainly going to bring down the thunder and the pain. As long as it keeps the engineers nearby to repair it. But the engineers are running away. Don't run away, engineers! Keep your Ragnarok alive! You're going to go for a second one, but they are quite expensive. And your second Ragnarok, as well as a Grenadier squad. Quite expensive. Submarines kept in the corner. Gonna fly away. We do have a chaplain of his mighty Electric Crozius coming forward. Got a trench raiders with their powerful maces. I mean, don't get me wrong, against the assault marines, they probably won't do much, but they're gonna give it a good old college try. Bonk them on the head. We might not be in the trenches, but we are still raiders. Actually, you know what, to be fair, they're not doing bad. With a Ragnarok support, some absolute insano style chaps. I mean, what have you got, equipment-wise? Yeah, you've just got basically a gas mask, a bolt pistol, which as a human, is quite heavy to carry, and also a big old mace to the face. I'm going to start recapturing their bits and bobs. It's not looking good for the Deathcore Krieg, let's be honest. They've spent most of the game, you know, with a couple of listing purse down, but you've got to appreciate the grind and effort. I don't think the stalling in Tier 2 to get the Ragnaroks out earlier than normal was a benefit to them. I think maybe they were a little bit too aggressive with their Storm Chimeras, but that's alright. Leoncio Darkow has been scared into a corner. He is going to go for vehicle cap increase, a additional plasma generator, in fact, double extra plasma generators, and some more land speed of Tempest. You bought these guys earlier on. Where have they been? Just been chilling out at home. Did you forget about them? That's fair enough. I do that all the time. Space Marines, so whenever I play things like Ultimate Apocalypse, or maybe I'm in a team game, I'm not entirely sure what faction to go for, Space Marines are my go-to because they're the most easiest faction to play. And I usually go for a quick tech into land speeders, just to provide support to my allies. And I always forget that I buy them, and then they just stick around in the machine cult. So that's my story. Thank you for listening. Comes the Rhino, they got the boys. But double Ragnaroks, they should, in theory, be able to do a lot of damage to the massive infantry. But they're coming in a little bit too close for comfort. Stick your guardsmen on the front. Yes, they are tanks. They take a lot more damage than anyone else would normally. But you still want to make sure that your squishier, more easily reinforced lads are taking the brunt of the damage. But one Ragnarok being taken out very quickly by a double melter bomb from the Assault Marines. That being said, the trench raiders ain't taking their prisoners. One dude in the feeble position saying, please be gentle. I've got a wife and kids at home. They don't know that I have them, but I've got them. Yeah, no. Not to call you out, Leoncio, but yes, I'm in the exact same position. I leave my machines at home. Bit of banter for the boys, though, innit? Because of Ragnarok, 3 singular grenadiers. Not armed with grenade launchers. Fair enough. Well, I suppose you're called grenadiers because you're the elite. Which is traditionally how things are named. God, where are you going? Look at that dude dancing away. He's like, yeah, come at us. Loving trench raiders. I'll be dancing long after you're dead. Got a chap in there as well. Assault Marines going toe-to-toe with the Grenadiers. Grenadiers have reinforced themselves to higher numbers. Land Speed of Tempest with their crack missiles blasting away at the Ragnarok. That Ragnarok, though, is doing a little bit better. It is, as we say, quite a substantial tank. So it takes more damage than normal. And good lord! Chill out, I mean, don't get me wrong. The trench raiders have all been killed, but look at all these dead Space Marines. Heaven forbid. Don't mess with an angry Krieger and a close combat weapon. Clearly that's what Alex has gone wrong with here. He should have gone pure melee. Never mind these tanks. Get some angry gas mask men. Send them to the front lines. That's what you needed. Mind you, they've still got a bit of money on the go. Space Marines are poised for an assault as the Grenadiers are brought down to low numbers. Have you rebuilt your things over here? You have rebuilt your things over there. That is very good. A squad of engineers on the side. A replacement Ragnarok. But it does not seem like they've got the economic fortitude to rebuild those trench raiders. Which is, to be fair, what they probably want right now. If 5 lads can kill about 10 Space Marines, then why not go for some more? Space Marines now moving on in. They've got all the missile damage that they could possibly want or need. Some Marines on the back lines just chilling out. They know that they've done their job. They're just getting a bit of R&R. Holy heck. Ragnarok, 80%. If he can get out, one more combo him with the Grenadiers. And anything else coming out? No. I mean, the Ragnarok is going to win this on his own. Could at least be a minor inconvenience to the Space Marines. Oh, he's dead. Well, that was short-lived. And I think, well, yeah, fair enough. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, that was a bit maybe of an anticlimactic defense, but still, a mighty fine series of assaults from the Death Korps Krieg. I think it was just a case of the grand old-fashioned Space Marines. They're going to chill out, they're going to be a bit offensive, they're going to be a bit defensive, they're going to play it by ear and adapt to what the opponent's going to go for, and the Death Korps Krieg weren't quite able to outmatch them in their flexibility. But, again, just to hark on it, look at the dead, look at the dying, amazing. I absolutely love that. I'll do a more in-depth breakdown, but like I say, absolutely hammered. I've had about 10 pints a day, and that's what you're getting from me. So cheers, boys and girls, for watching at home, and if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there's also Discord when Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. My name's been Mr. Lunchshark, pleasure's always never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.